One time I let this guy take me out to dinner, and after we ordered our food, I go to check my phone. I'm on my phone for like 30 seconds. He got up and left. He didn't even say anything either. He just quietly got up.
Sure, you were on your phone for just a few seconds. Hey, this is Raulh. Please act right. Men are not putting up with the shenanigans anymore on these dates.
So I'm having a great date with this dude, and then he gets up and he leaves. Did he really just leave? I'm so shocked. Like, y'all, I'm not even joking. He ain't in the bathroom. He left. He dipped. He's gone. That is insane. What the fuck? He getting blocked tonight.
If he just got up and left, I don't think you're gonna have to worry about blocking him. If this really happened, evidently, he don't want to be bothered with you anyway. I do want to say before we start this video, fellas, please do not ask these women out on dates just to get up and walk out and leaving them with the bill just to be a jerk. Like the kids used to say, keep it classy. If you're not really interested in dating her, just don't ask her out at all. I want to give a special thanks to Julius D, Earl Farrell, Ramesses, Ken, and Gabriel Granger for your continued support for the channel through Cash App and PayPal. Please know that your generous contribution is greatly appreciated.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay.
He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car.
So if you haven't seen this video yet, this guy took her out on a date to the Cheesecake Factory. And when he got out to open her door, she locked the door so he couldn't let her out. So pay close attention to her immaturity level. If she knew she wasn't going to get out of the car, why didn't she talk to him while he was sitting in the car next to her?
Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look
Are you're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Now, me personally, right at this point, I'd be taking her right back to where I picked her up from.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at,
We are looking at you. My question is, have you looked at you? Clearly, when you look in the mirror, you see this. I don't think so.
when you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted.
Right, you get courted, but you're still out on dates. Clearly, they're courting you, according to you, but for some reason, they stop. See how some of these women want to make like they're all that? If you were all of that at your age, then why are you still single?
So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
You see all they expect from men, and on a first date? Girl, please stop.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
This is like the nicest guy. Kudos to him for being such a gentleman about this.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too.
Respectful, like not locking the door when he tried to open the door for you, Miss Thing.
I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know.
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well, I mean, like even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give her that. It's too early for her to hold his arm, just like it's too early for him to take you out on a fancy restaurant. So touche.
I don't know you.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're not
know
there
yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
Everything except taking accountability. Now continue to listen because he did have other plans.
But
I got myself all made
There's
up.
nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Not according to other women, whose videos I'm going to play in a few minutes here.
Okay, well, look at
I
my plan, where we were gonna go originally.
see, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call
See,
him. Call him.
No,
What do you mean no?
What do you mean, yo? You're ungrateful.
see,
I
I
know you
specifically
didn't.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m., right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs.
And there's that lack of accountability that I was talking about. She was an hour late and he had to wait for her a whole hour sitting in his car. He's better than me because I'd have given 15 minutes. After that, I would have been out.
I understand.
For an hour, right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
Your work running late doesn't matter. It's like buying tickets to a concert. If you show up late, you think the band is going to wait for you until you show up to start playing?
And
That is not possible.
that's why I'm saying, I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice fancy restaurant as Aria.
Which he did plan anyway, but you were the one that was late that made y'all miss the reservations.
Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do.
I
I
mean-
would have been,
Okay.
but if we're late, I told you
we weren't
twice.
late. It wasn't that late.
We literally
Come on.
left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot
I mean,
and waiting for a reservation.
we can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, the
No.
equivalent to that? I mean,
I
you
literally
don't
just said-
understand.
What part does she not understand?
Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I
that.
will die. That's
Okay.
embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that.
No.
I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh, yes, he did. That's my boy. Take her ungrateful behind right back where you picked her up.
Yeah, I'm up.
So, you just want to call it a night?
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
Yes, we can believe it. You're looking for a cancellation prize when you were the one that made both of you all late for the reservation. Wait a minute. Actually, he did give you a cancellation prize. The Cheesecake Factory.
I'm sorry, y'all.
He's
but
out of the parking space.
If I don't feel
Can you
respected,
see?
I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well, I mean, you are serious. You're really leaving.
Yeah, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I mean,
Fellas, pay close attention to her reaction. This is the reaction of a woman who's used to getting her way with men, but not today. Man, I love this guy. He reminds me of myself as a young fella.
I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise.
Don't try to backpedal now. And no, you're not willing to compromise. If you were, you would be with him in the Cheesecake Factory right now.
Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh
So,
my God.
This is classic.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off home.
All right, whatever. Well, I mean, I guess I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, he gotta find an appreciative woman because you ain't it.
I understand where you're coming from.
And let this be a lesson to you ladies. He had reservations to take her to a nice restaurant, but she was the reason that they missed those reservations. Then she has the nerve to expect him to find another place on that same level when he already had those plans in motion. I don't know what's more embarrassing, the fact that she felt she should be given a consolation prize, or the fact that she posted this video showing the whole world how ungrateful she is when she was the reason they missed the reservations at the nice restaurant. Now, before the Passport Brothers movement started, you could probably predict what women were going to react like in the comment section and say that he could have found another place to take her. But it's amazing how many women are starting to go against other women, seeing that they realize that men are no longer putting up with their ungratefulness and feeling that a man owes her something just because she thinks she's all that.
So we're gonna be out here making videos to shame a man for taking you to the Cheesecake Factory now, ladies?
You mean she tried to shame him, but it backfired?
Who raised some of y'all? Were y'all raised by wolves, cows, lions, dragons, aliens? Because at this point, this is becoming embarrassing.
I just watched the video of the woman who said that she wouldn't get out the car because the man took her to the Cheesecake Factory. Because she don't do chain restaurants. And it was the fact she took off her shades and she was like, would you take something that looked like this to the Cheesecake Factory? Bitch, I wouldn't take it to McDonald's. Wouldn't be seen with your dumb ass.
It's becoming ignorant. No, it ain't becoming, it's already ignorant. For you, lady, and I hope she sees this video, for you to say that a man shouldn't take you to a chain restaurant because you're too beautiful for that, girl, bye. Who are you? What?
He did tell her bye. He took her ass home.
If y'all are doing these videos for clickbait to go viral,
Well, it worked because she went viral.
hee hee ha ha, it's really not that funny. What the fuck is wrong with the Cheesecake Factory? Cause baby, pass me that bread and butter, please. Let me get that Cinnabon cheesecake, please. Like, this is what we're really out here doing. I'm so tired. Like, sweetheart, humble yourself.
A man decided to schedule a date with you, pick you up in his vehicle, come around to open your car door, and you're gonna lock his door saying all of this foolishness on camera, making yourself look real dumb.
I'm really sick and tired of the men versus women conversation. Like, I'm really tired of it. We need to stop promoting it because at the end of the day, we need each other. And that's just on period. Especially black women and black men. We need each other. So let's stop there.
Black men got that memo. Unfortunately, a lot of black women didn't get that memo, which is the reason why there's such a thing as the Passport Brothers movement.
Secondly, listen, stop expecting these men to take y'all places and spend money on y'all that y'all can't even afford to spend on yourself.
And let the church say amen.
Why would he take a beautiful woman like me to Cheesecake Factory? Excuse me? Skinny thing but your McDonald's. McDonald's.
Can you afford to take yourself to a 5-star restaurant? Because if not, then you should not even be expecting that of nobody else.
Sorry to correct you here, my dear, but even if she can afford to take herself to a 5-star restaurant, that doesn't mean that he owes her that on the first date, which he tried to do. But look what happened.
Everybody's out here wanting to date and marry for security. Nobody wants to date and marry for love anymore.
Just like you feel like it's too early for you to do link your arm, what made you think you was worth something more than Cheesecake Factory so fucking early? Come on. Hello?
Ladies, stop the foolishness. Just cut it out, because I see why a lot of men don't want to date. I see why a lot of men are leery about women. And men, please understand we are not all the same.
And we understand that you're not all the same. Unfortunately, there's no way for us to tell the difference. And that's why so many men are checking out of dating altogether. I guarantee you we're going to see more and more videos like this as the days go on for men not putting up with a woman's nonsense, especially on a date. So for the women out there who really want a full-blown relationship and marriage, I feel sorry for you, because it's going to get harder and harder for you if it wasn't already hard enough. And you can blame it all on ungrateful women like Miss I Ain't Going to the Cheesecake Factory here. So for the ladies out there who think a man should take you out on an expensive date, you better be careful, or you're going to end up just like this.
I don't know if y'all saw the video of the lady who refused to get out of the car because the dude took her to Cheesecake Factory. Look, I teach this dance class for senior citizens, and the last class, I was sitting at a table with some nice ladies, some nice silver foxes, you know. Some of them were like in their 80s, in their 70s, like for real. And guess what they were talking about? The same thing that women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s are talking about. Trying to find a good man, trying to go on a date, trying to see how they can get this man's attention, whatever, right? Let me tell you something. Don't mess around and let the Cheesecake Factory be the reason why you are lonely. Because your behind won't sit at Cheesecake Factory. First off, it's a first date. This man don't know you like that. If anything, you should be glad that there's somebody that want to take you out and get to know something about you.
Facts.
You don't have to like them or whatever. And you know what else? You know who else eats at Cheesecake Factory? Rich people. You know where else they eat? The Varsity, Olive Garden. Very wealthy people are not trying to pay $200 a meal every time they sit down to eat. That's why they are very wealthy. And I'm glad she did that, so he can see where her priorities are, because she'll mess around and make him broke for no reason, and he's trying to keep his priorities and his portfolio on point. Y'all, don't be out here lonely forever following behind people on social media. And I know her raggedy behind had to have been in Atlanta, because that sounds like some Atlanta stuff. People who want to look rich that have $2. Ladies, don't mess around and be lonely forever because you're looking for a job, basically, a career, instead of love. Find love. Let love come to you. Learn how to love. And stop putting these silly videos on social media. Like, don't let social media keep y'all lonely forever. No.
Hey, somebody had to tell you, and I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. I post a new video every week. And in the meantime, will you please act right? My name is Raulh. See you in another video. So if you enjoyed this video, check out one of these two videos right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy them too. And if you like, you can visit my channel. I have plenty of videos there. Go ahead. Don't be scared.